Hey guys, welcome back. This is a new series on Pandas AI. So the first one we are looking at is with OpenAI LLM, and this supports multiple other LLMs. We might be looking at them in a later part of the series, but this video covers OpenAI. And after this, so basically, if you have used Pandas, it is just nothing but a data visualization and a data analysis library. And Pandas AI is a library that uses generative AI models to supercharge Pandas capabilities. And users can summarize data frame by using natural language. Moreover, you can use it to plot complex visualization, manipulate data frame, and generate business insights. So it is a beginner friendly. Even if you are not a very technical person, you can use it to do complex and basic data analysis tasks. So it helps to analyze data faster and derive meaningful conclusions. There are some limitations here on what you cannot do. We'll look at it in this series. So the first part is you have to install that. So pip install Pandas AI will do that. And the next part is you do need your OpenAI API key for this current video. And that's the link wherein you can get your API key if you haven't looked at my previous videos. So that's basically the link. I'll show you how you can create it here. So the code is right up here. So just click on this and let me show you how to do that. Just click on this and open in Colab. That's all you need to do. And this would open the code for you in Colab. And I already have it open here, so I'm not doing that again. And there are some pros and cons. So you can perform simple tasks without having to remember all the syntaxes like df.head, df.group by, df.where. So if you want to do all the column specific ones, set index, reset index, write queries. So if you don't want to do that, OpenAI, you can do that in a natural language. Using the OpenAI API, I'll show you how. It is capable of giving conversational queries. We are also going to look at that. And easy for report manipulation and quick analysis. And it cannot perform very complex tasks at the moment and cannot interact with variables other than the past data frame. So the two questions I know which will come up is it OpenAI LLM is the only thing it's going to support? No, it supports Google Palm model, Open Assistant LLM, and Star Coder LLM. We are going to look at that maybe later on. And can it use NumPy or other functions? At the moment, no. It can only work on your data frame. So that's the other limitation I wanted you to know, and I've covered that here. So basically the first thing is just go pip install this one. So this should be pretty quick. And after this is done, you just source pandas as pd numpy, and from Pandas AI you do a Pandas AI, and then pandas llm.openai import OpenAI. So that's the next part. And if you try to use this directly, you would get an error. So the basic idea here is so pandas class AI class is an abstract class, so which means you cannot instantiate it directly. So I can't do pandas AI directly here. If I have to do pandas AI directly, I will get an error. So the error you would get basically is can't instantiate an abstract pandas class with an abstract method chat. So that's why you have to write this function wherein you just call class myAI of pandas AI and just do this, and then use mypandas AI of LLM and pass this here. And how to get this API key? The URL I have here, just go there, create a secret key, call it anything. So test1, test2, anything, just call it and create a secret key, copy paste it. That's what I've done here, and I would be removing this after the video. So basically that's it here. And after that, let's instantiate this, that I have the API key, I got the LLM, and for pandas, my pandas AI here, I'm just passing the LLM, and this is just a dummy dictionary I have, where I have uh, country or city, whatever you want to call it. I have annual tax collected, and I have happiness index, and I'm using the dictionary to create a data frame, and that's all this is about. So if you want it, let's run it, and that's done. And the next part is try. So what is the index of city Pune? This should return 6. Let's see what it's gonna return as. So we got 6 back, and using the head function, so head should only list the first 5 values. So I'm just giving you the ideas of 5 prompts you can use, right? So just giving you the basic 5-10 prompts, and in the next video, using the same setup, we are going to do some CSV operations. I'm not doing it in the first video, I just wanted to show you how this works. Similarly, you can do the last 5 row, which should give you the tail function. It will only give you the last 5 functions. And the next one is describe function, right? So you can actually do df.info or df.describe to give what that data actually contains. So that's what it's going to give us. Similarly, there's an info function. You can we can also try that out after this is done. Okay, so it gave you count, mean, std, minimum, 25%, and all the other stuff. So this one will give you the data type of each column, what it is, and the other stuff. That's what info is. And next one is the shape attribute. So shape basically, okay, never mind, I think I'll just skip this, and let's move on to the shape of the data. I don't think even this is useful for most of you guys. So yeah, are there any duplicate values in the table? So let's look at it. If you have any duplicate entries in the table. Okay, no duplicates found. And the next one I wanted to see is there anything with NaN value, which is the missing value? So this should return cola here. So let's see if it would give us that. So yeah, whatever I'm showing you, you can do it with pandas too. But this is for people who are not very conversant with writing pandas queries. Okay, so it gave us that 2 is missing, and drop the missing values. Okay, it didn't work, never mind. So the next one is list all the column names. So the column names we have here are our column names are country, annual tax collected, and happiness index. Okay, so we got that. And rename a column country as country and keep, okay. Okay, that's done. And add a row in the end. So I wanted to add a new city called Noida at the end of the data frame as the last row, and keep it in place. Okay, and replace the missing values with 0 and keep it in place. So the last value Noida, we didn't have an entry, so it got 0 added to it. And calculate the mean of a column. So I want to know what is the mean tax collected. So let's assume you are the IRS in US or you are the income tax department in India. I want to know this data. I'll get that. And finding the frequency of the unique columns for country. So this will just print how many times each country occurs here. So it's not exactly country, but in my case, it's this. So show the first 3 rows of this, right? So it should only give the first 3. And so in databases or in pandas you can use where. So where country equal to this. So similarly you can do that too here. Okay, so we got that data and range of values. So I can say where happiness index is 3 to 6, or you can say tax collections are between these numbers, right? So it will give you that data. Cool. So we got that. And finding the 25 percentile of a continuous value. So I want to know what is the 25 percentile value of the happiness index. So it will give you that here. Cool. So we got that, and that's basically some of the queries I got through this. And probably we're going to look at an additional CSV dataset from Kaggle and do some more queries on it in the follow-up video. But I think the first part, as a quick walkthrough, the first thing what we did was you have to install Pandas AI. And the next part is import all your libraries you want. And the third part is you can't use Pandas AI directly. So you have to do it via so since it's an abstract class, so you have to use a subclass and implement the chat method. And that's basically what we have done here. And that's what it's done. And this is not needed. So I'll replace it with your OpenAI key, because it's not my key. You have to change it to your key from the website. So that's the other one here. After this is done, and I'll just save the file for you. Okay. So, and you have access to the GitHub repo, or you have access to the GitHub repo link, or you have access to the slides. So you can use that accordingly. And after that, we looked at instantiating a data frame, and then we wrote some basic queries on what the index are, the head and tail methods, and description, duplicate row if there are any, if what's the missing value, what's the column names, and renaming a column in place. We also looked at appending a row and replacing the missing values, and calculating the mean of a specific column, and finding frequency. And then we also looked at range of happiness index query, and the last one we looked at 25 percentile. So I hope this helps and gave you a good idea on what Pandas AI is. And in the follow-up, we are going to look at the CSV examples. Thank you for joining.